welcome to today's episode of Focus Atlanta. I am your host, Keisha Lancelin. Thanks so much for tuning in with us this morning. In our first segment, we're going to talk a little bit about representation in education. I'm here with Dr. Leah Austin. Thank you so much for making time for us this morning. First of all, let's talk about the organization.
Absolutely. I am excited to talk about the organization. So the organization is the National Black Child Development Institute. And I have served as president and CEO for almost 5 years. But the organization has been around for over 50 years. And surprisingly, a lot of people don't know this, but we have been around for 55 years. We serve as the preeminent advocate voice for Black children and families. Just a quick sort of blurb about what we do. Like, what does it mean to be an advocate and a voice for Black children and families? So we work as a think and a do tank. And so what does this mean? What it means is that we give leaders, we give parents, educators, researchers, information that they then can act on. So we have a national organization, and we serve as the backbone for a network of over 25 affiliates across the country. And so these affiliates do advocacy, organizing work in their communities. And as the national backbone, we do a lot of writing and analyzing and convening so that they have the information they need to advocate on behalf of Black children and families in their communities.
That's amazing. You know, when you talk about the scope of it, it just seems so big. It seems so daunting, right? Is there an age range that you're really focusing on? When we think of Black kids, you know, I think of 6 to 18.
Oh,
So,
absolutely.
so
Absolutely.
who are we talking about?
I appreciate the scope question. So we are focused on the early childhood developmental years. So that would be from birth until age 8. Or if you think about it in terms of school terms, it would be from everything before kindergarten through 3rd grade. So that's our focus area in terms of scope. But I do want to say this because I appreciate the question and appreciate what you said. We are always thinking about Black children and their families across the continuum. But because we do need to have a scope that we can really wrap our hands around, we're focused on the early childhood years.
Excellent, excellent. The other thing that struck me immediately as you started giving the description is, what role do we have? What role does the typical average American, Black household, parents, families, what role do we have in helping you to do the work?
Oh, absolutely. I absolutely love this question. And so, what I would say is there are a few roles that we all can play, right? If you are a parent or an educator or an advocate looking for resources, we provide resources. So, we have publications, we have data, we have insights and information that you can go to our website and download. We actually, maybe a month ago, published a pre-K assessment toolkit. And so what this is, if you think about, we're at the beginning of October, cannot believe this, but we're kind of at the middle of the beginning of the school year, right? And so this is a time where lots of notes are coming home about assessments that our children will be taking. We often don't really fully understand what all of these assessments are. And so we published this toolkit. As I said, it is focused on pre-K because that is often where parents are really for the first time these assessments are being brought to them for the first time. And so that's our focus area for this particular toolkit. So that would be one example of a resource that we provide. We also have a conference. We have an annual conference that will be here in Atlanta this year. So we're excited about that. It's in a few weeks, October 24th through the 26th. And so if you are interested in learning more about ways to ensure that Black children are in schools that affirm and expand them, if you want to know more about, well, where are the books and the toys and the media that really support their development and represent them accurately, you should totally come to conference. You can go to our website and still register. We're also having our inaugural Book, Toy, and Media Awards on Saturday, October 25th, where we will honor, we'll amplify, we will support and encourage new authors, toy makers, and content creators to continue to create content and write books and make toys that are supportive of the healthy development of Black children, which they deserve, like all children deserve.
Absolutely. Absolutely. Thank you so much for making time, for coming on the show. It was a pleasure to meet you. Thank you for the information.
Absolutely. Thank you for having me. It was a pleasure to meet you and to be with you this morning.
Absolutely. All right. We have all of the tools that we need. You have the website there. Please take the opportunity to go visit. Even this conference might be an opportunity for you. Learn more, get the information that we need so that we can have what we need for our kids to develop and be educated in the manner that suits them. Thanks, guys, for tuning in to this segment of Focus Atlanta. We'll be right back with more.